One of the things I've had to learn is that it's not always best to be right. It's really better to be persuasive. And it took me a while to learn that. And I got to admit, I just love being right. I mean, I got to let that go. And I've learned to be a better negotiator. You don't always want to be right. You want to be persuasive. And so one of the things that I've learned is I'm very much a numbers guy. I'm a very, and I would say that, I'm sort of logical and all these things. But the thing is that persuasion, you have to reach people's emotions, not their logic. The logic, it's not that logic can't be there, but you're not going to persuade them if you don't reach their emotions. And so it took me a long time to figure that out. And I was always puzzled. It's like, and time after time after time, I was proven right. I was right. And I kind of held on to that. And I'm like, I don't know why. I mean, I was right about that. How come that fell through for me? And it's because I was too focused on being right and not enough on being persuasive. So one example of that. Many years ago, a local school board at a nearby county had some excess property, and it had been for sale for a long time, and it had not sold. And they were, they decided that they were going to interview. They handpicked, 4 or 5 different brokers, and asked them to come in and talk to them, and they wanted to relist the property. And I did my research, and at that time there was probably nobody who knew more about land in that county than me. I had been doing a number of deals there, and I knew all the stats. I knew everything. I looked everything up, and I was prepared when we went in there. And so when we went in there, I told them, I'm like, there's the reason your land won't sell is it's way too high. You all have it priced on a per acre basis higher than land anywhere in the county has ever sold, ever of any kind. And I'm like, it's way too high. And I'm like, and I told them what it should be. And it created this giant uproar. Everybody was all upset, and they thanked us, and we left. And so then they gave the listing to the next guy who came in. And the next guy who came in, he didn't have to do anything. They were just so, worked up. And so he ended up getting listing, and I missed out. And it's because I wanted to be right, not persuasive. I am David McCoy with Ochimo Properties, based here in Louisville, Kentucky, licensed in Kentucky and Indiana. And reach out to me if you have any questions. Take care. Bye.